Snake it till you make it. Hello everybody and welcome to Brawl Stars. I'm Amy the Amazonian and today I'm playing with Hapatra, Vizier of Poisons, a requested deck from Zephyros and who joined the membership at the Big Dog tier. Thank you so much, and thank you for requesting a little bit of Wither. With the addition of Lorwyn Eclipsed, we have all sorts of cards that have -1/-1 counters, which is a great way to trigger Hapatra, Vizier of Poisons. Whenever you end up putting a -1/-1 counter on a creature, whether it be your creature or your opponent's creature, you get a 1/1 snake with Death Touch. And there's lots of ways to make -1/-1 counters, whether it's cards that enter the battlefield with -1/-1 counters, cards that put -1/-1 counters on everything in play, or just cards that let you sacrifice those snakes to make more snakes draw cards and maybe win the game. There's an awful lot of new ways to interact with Hapatra, Vizier of Poisons, and those death-touching snakes will eke your opponent's life total down, taking them out. But if the snakes aren't enough, you can also make some scarabs, or just make a big Kithkin. This deck is making use of a lot of great new tools in Golgari, and not just their removal. So if you're into Wither, you might want to check out Hapatra. So let's take her into the queue and start spitting out snakes. Leovold, Emissary of Trest, really hinders my, targeting their creatures stuff, which is what you do and you do, but you don't, but you do. Leovold is just kind of a menace, I would say. He's out here stopping me from drawing additional cards and drawing himself additional cards whenever I target them or their creatures. In positive news, I have 1 damage on them. Who knows, maybe I'll get a funny darkness to say, hey, come on. Hapatra's doing her best. Okay. I can kill their Birds of Paradise, but that would draw them a card and they're missing a land, so I really don't want to. Is this counterspell? Oh, Remand. Oh, that's fine. That card's not very good. It's fun though. More Sultai stuff. Oh, and a land. Damnation. Okay. This should trigger Moon Shadow, so that's nice. If I can, like Maha Darkness Descends, that'll be a good non-targeting way to hit them. It just might take a couple turns. Glarb lets them play the lands off the top, and they do. And they surveil, looking to play different things off the top, or just fill up their graveyard. Is that a Stifle? Ew. Yeah, Leovolds. I want snakes. What are you looking at? Oh, they're probably looking to draw 3 cards. Yep, there we go. A treasure cruise. I think Hapatra having Death Touch would be a very nice way to get her able to attack. Oh, fun fact, if the Slasher dies with -1/-1 counters on it, it dies for real. Maha! Let me keep hitting you. Garb again surveilling. They have 6 mana. Moving some more mana off the top of their deck. They have a completely full hand. Ugh. Ice Till. Very nice Till. Great card. It's actually in this deck too because it's so good at holding -1/-1 counters as a delicious treat for later. Oh, and Tameo! Okay, great. They still have 2 mana, which is what I am worried about here. It doesn't matter. I'm going for this. Darkness descends. Everybody gets a whole bunch of -1/-1. Hapatra back into the command zone, but she still saw those counters go on. And so we are going to get a large assortment of snakes. Swinging in. They can gain some life off Cling. Courts of Crufix also gains some life. Playing lands and gaining life off that. Yeah, Hapatra with Darkness Descends or... oh gosh, what's it called? Black Sun Zenith. Great way to make a whole lot of hissy babies. Raphellos, Llanowar Emissary. I do have one way to get rid of him in this hand, and I do go first, which means I might actually have the opportunity to do so. My hand is a little awkward mana-wise just because I have a tap land, though, so I have to choose between do I want to set up to have Hapatra out and use the Inquisition. I'm going to go for the Inquisition over potential Hapatra so I can see what's in their hand and also just, like, get this fixin' going. All right, Overgrown Tomb, we pay 2. Okay, once upon a time, they had a forest. Okay, great. Green Sun Zenith, Defend the Rider, Ulamog, and Craterhoof. I'm going to hit Green Sun Zenith. That is a mana sink in the middle. Defend the Rider. It stops me from targeting Raphellos. But because of what they have here, they won't be able to protect Raphellos from either trading with Hapatra or getting a -1/-1 counter. Yeah, they didn't play him because they know Hapatra will kill him. Good. Because she will. I want to surveil. See what I got. Another land. I already have 4 mana. I'm going to play Fanatic. Swing in and put the -1/-1 counter onto the Fanatic of Ronus so I get the teeny tiny snake. Yeah, I have a feeling that what they want to do here is have the Defend the Rider up to protect Raphellos, which would stop Hapatra's ability, or you could just block. But, well, you know. Do I just go for it? Yeah, I think I'll just go for it. Give me snakes. I need snakes. Fanatic of Ronus is like, I'm right here. Dog, I'm right here. More snakes! Littler ones. Goshentai of Life's Origin. Now, I noticed Hapatra was matching into a lot of shrines when I first built and was testing this deck, which is why I actually put in Back to Nature, the thing that destroys all enchantments. I do have a couple enchantments in this deck, like Nest of Scarabs. The person who had actually requested this deck specifically wanted one, too. They wanted Penregan Besieged, so I put it in the deck. But for the most part, I'd rather destroy their enchantments than mine. We'll see if we find it. Yeah, I have a turn 1 Barragoyf. Don't worry about me. Having myself a dark ritual. They're digging up a land. Well, better than them tutoring for a card that's more impactful. They diggy dig. Dig, 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 dig. Getting those lands. I'm gonna go for maximum fixing. Nice. Barragoyf now a 3/4. I could wait until after to see, like, what I find on here, if it's something better than the Hapatra, but I know what I want. It's Hapatra. Also, I didn't hit any creatures. Enchantress's Presence. Casting enchantments will draw them cards. Hey, there's one of my enchantments. A Chthonian Nightmare. I'm gonna swing in. Hapatra's gonna put a -1/-1 counter on herself. I will mill 3 cards. Didn't hit a critter, but did hit more types, so that's kind of fun. Bring out my Chthonian Nightmare. And we're chilling. And vibing. And hanging. Something interesting about Hapatra, since it had come up when I was building the deck, is do I want to put in the Swords of Blank and Blank to try to make her unblockable? You can use things like Trailblazer's Boots, but if you go for... like, say, Sword of Feast and Famine, she won't be able to target herself to put the -1/-1 counters. That's just how she rolls. Okay, I got enough for quartered for 4. So I'm gonna try to kick that off. Grab Yoggles. Right now I'll be paying a whole lot of life to put a whole bunch of -1/-1 counters and draw a bunch of cards. Once I get a Blood Artist type effect, I can go a lot deeper with this. Or go double wide if I get something like Nest of Scarabs. I'm just trying to trim away some of these pesky enchantments. These pesky shrines. I don't feel I need to like try to do more here, so I won't, and I will discard like Evolution Sage. Can easily be brought back with Chthonian Nightmare. Yeah, we have a couple creature tutors in this deck. You can actually add in more if you want to focus on comboing. Yawgmoth's protection from humans is impactful. He says, no touchy, Hapatra. No touchy. Pay 1. Oh. You did. Wonderful. I kill you. Down all the way to 20 life. Yeah, Obelisk Spider. I think that's its name. Obelisk Spider also works to do a drain since it's specific to -1/-1 counters. Oh, there's Sephiroth. And I'm gonna give Sephiroth something to eat. A delicious treat. A bird. Peep, peep. Swinging in with all of these. We're down to 6. Put the -1/-1 counter onto Sephiroth. Yeah, I'll mill 6. Oh, wow, I actually hit something. Perfect. I have more black mana. I do. I have double black. I should just be able to win off of Sephiroth here. Sephiroth, Yawgmoth, Hapatra. All of these combined. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Let's start triggering. I will put a -1/-1 counter onto Barragoyf, sacrificing a snake. I'll get another snake. I'll put a -1/-1 counter onto Baragoyf and sacrifice a snake. I'll put a -1/-1 counter onto the Baragoyf, sacrificing a snake. Sephiroth is now transformed into the one-winged angel. I'm sorry, there isn't a faster way for me to do this. I'm clicking. I'm clicking. We're getting there. We're doing it. And then we'll finish by sacrificing... Wait, what's the creature in my graveyard? I want to flourish. GG. Rankle, Master of Pranks. We'll be doing a bit of symmetrical discard, sacrifice, and card draw that comes with a bit of life loss. It's a 4/4 fairy, it has haste, and it plays really nicely with cheap sacrificable creatures that either have enter the battlefield effects or leaves the battlefield effects. I have an elf. Oh, there goes Dawnhand Dissident. Dang, that was going to be my reanimator for when this elf inevitably died. It's going to take like, I don't know, 5 minutes. Maybe. I could go for Emperor of Bones to try to do some more setup here, but I'd rather get my commander out, so I'm going to play Hapatra. Bob! Hi, Bob. Grab my Surveil land from all the way over here. Marsh Flats. A 5th, like, mana is fine because it gives me this. It's not what I need right now, though. I will play Soul Stinger because it will get me a snake. I'll attack with Hapatra. And it will get me a snake. Oh, whoop. There we go. Yep. Bob dies. They could have just traded. They didn't. I don't know why. I thought they were going to trade. Gutmorn! Hey! Okay, so we both have to discard here. I'm going to discard Dose of Dawn Glow. The Dosey-Do. And they gave me... Oh, Mind Stone. Well, I certainly don't mind a Mind Stone. I'll take that, Bob. So here's a cute thing you can do with Soul Stinger. You can use it to bank your counters and put them on things. And here's a fun thing you can do with Hapatra and Soul Stinger. You can use it to counter out the +1/+1 counters with -1/-1 counters, so you can reuse Emperor of Bones. No, my bog! Man. Whatever, big flyer. They don't have a mana to make this 2 power. And they don't like that. They also don't know about the board wipe in my hand. The board wipe that'll make a lot of snakes. Marilyn Fae Ascendant. The more fairies and elves you have, the more spells you can steal. And they're probably going to be playing some elves to ramp and some fairies just as good techie creatures. I don't love this hand, in part because I'm not doing anything on turn 1 with them on the play. And they are elves. Like, they have elves. Hey, back to nature. You're not here for this matchup. You're here for a different matchup. I think that this is a fine hand. I can drop the Farseek. Allosaurus Shepherd. Might just drown in Ichor next turn. Take out whatever other elf they play. Okay. They did not play an elf, actually. Kind of surprising. I need black mana for Hapatra, so we will shock and awe. I'm ramping. Also, I'm playing something I can put some good -1/-1 counters on if they don't have creatures for me to put -1/-1 counters on. Alright, there's Gwenna. Gwenna's absolutely going to be a Drown and Ichor target. I could wait for there to be something to proliferate, but I can't attack through here. I don't have any other way to put the counters. And now they may as well block. Okay, so I don't think people read Hapatra. Which is fine. If they had blocked, I just wouldn't have gotten a snake. Door of Destinies? Oh, okay. They're gonna charge up their elves. Whatever, I got a free snake out of that. Hey, didn't I put you in the trash? Tap for green. Spectacle. Put a -1/-1 counter to untap. Surveil. Animate while I have an honest Rutstein. I mean, I can reanimate from them too. Put a -1/-1 counter on my Arboreal Grazer. And I am going to untap this creature. I'm not using it for mana. I'm using it to get a trigger for Spectacle of Destruction. So Spectacle of Destruction, it's if a creature dies, I essentially get a card next turn. It's a pretty efficient way to do card draw, and it always guarantees a non-land. That's at least Solana Dignitary. That's their first elf. Then Formidable Speaker, where they can discard a card and tutor for any other creature in their deck. Craterhoof Behemoth. Okay, for me, it's always Craterhoof Behemoth. Oh, Beast Whisperer. They just want card draw. I guess they don't have enough mana. Well, they were off by 1. That's pretty good. I want that Gwenna. Grab the Devoted Druid. She's like, please don't kill me again. I make no promises. Formidable Speaker is also a cool way to get additional mana. I guess they just weren't wide enough to kill me with Hoof. So that's a nice big Marilyn. And she steals Ozolith and Birds of Paradise. And they can only choose to play one of them. They went with Birds. Probably a good choice. Listen. Okay. Do you have something for 3 mana? Or are you just tapping for funsies? I think they were just tapping for funsies. Okay, so I'm going to untap this creature and then untap this creature to get the Spectacle trigger and more snakes. Bristlebane Battler. I love that that actually triggered it. It is, like, naturally a very large creature. Same with Moonshadow. Alright, 4 toughness, that's the minimum. So we'll swing in with these, and those, and thems, and these. Give me some more triggers for my Spectacle. We're gonna wreck it. Yeah, Devoted Druid, get me more snakes. Beast Whisperer fantastic card draw engine. And they steal Soul Stinger. If they play that, I get a snake. Just letting you know, if they play it, I get a snake. Actually, no, I don't, because I don't put the -1/-1 counter. Aw, right. They'll probably take Binding the Old Gods or Darkness Descends. Darkness Descends would kill almost everything, but then replace them with more snakes. It actually would give me more snakes than previous. And by the way, I love that Maha is like versus the Door of Destinies here. Move my commander to the command zone. Yes. We're about to get a lot of triggers. Right? Oh no, because they put the counters right. I keep confusing her with Auntie Ool, who doesn't care who puts the counters. I was playing Auntie Ool last week. She's fun. My creatures! Aw, well, if I can get rid of Door of Destinies, these will all die. That's fun. Give me Terra Sunder! Moon Shadow! I mean, that's fun. I didn't put them. I don't know. More snakes. More stuff. Tyvar, by the way, can have a huge buff next turn of +7/+7. I could attack with Maha. I don't think it's that helpful. Yeah. So sad. Hapatra, not even symmetrical. Oh, Leovold. He is an elf. And they steal 2 lands. Okay, so they can... I think Maryland should be allowed to actually play the stolen lands. Wait, white mana? Sure. Sure, Three Tree City, you do whatever you want. Thoughtseize! Ooh, do it! Do it! Come on, it's a free spell! Do you think a Manifest deck would work with Moonshadow? I feel like there's not too much. It would be like Manifest Dread. I don't think that there's enough consistency or speed between them, but I do think it would be funny. I will block with the snake. They will tap a creature to make this indestructible. I think they could have forced me to block, by the way, by just, like, pumping with Tyvar and swinging. But I think that, like, build up the board more also works. Hey, Deathrite Shaman. And Cut Down. The Cut Down's a little hard with the Door of Destinies in the way. In fact, there's no targets here. Doesn't matter. I'm going in. I am dead next turn. Formidable Speaker can untap at its own tapping cost. It'll have 3 blockers. Yeah, I think that Oculus is the thing that people would like manifest and flip over. Is this a chocobo? Yeah, isn't it cute? Yay! All right, and now we get to die. Ooh, do you think they'll reveal something? They found Raphellos to go with their Leovold. No, actually, you have lethal. I promise you there's nothing I have that can change the outcome. Please stop. You can just attack. There's nothing that I have that I would be doing now instead of on your turn. Thank you. Good old game actions. The gamiest. It's just negative 55. It's fine. Davriel Soul Broker can discount your spells, have you gain life when you draw cards, and can generally cause some mayhem and chaos. And if they have some early ramp, he'll come down early and can even discount his future casts. I have turn 1 Thoughtseize, which is why I kept this hand, because I feel like I need to know what I'm going into. They're oftentimes running a lot of very good black control cards, board wipes, discards, everything like that. There, Liliana of the Veil. I will get rid of her. This is some card draw that will lose them life until it starts gaining them life once they get a demon in play. Do I want to go for Hapatra? Yeah, I want to go for Hapatra. I wish to begin my mighty blighties. I don't have anything in my graveyard to reanimate, so I don't really need Dawnhand Dissident. Hapatra swings in, and I'm going to put the -1/-1 counter on her, since this has a trigger based on its power. Barrowvoice likes showing up, which is great, because it's just a generally powerful card. Necro Dominance. Great, I hate it. They will now be able to put lots and lots of cards into their hand in order to tutor for their combo pieces. This deck is, I would say, in essence, a combo deck. And frustratingly, the cards that they discard, this is to prevent this from being used to just cheat reanimation stuff into your graveyard, will go into exile so they do not buff the Barrowvoice. All right, let's see what they put away. Rankle, Vicious Rumors, Corrupt. All right, so a lot of discard cards. Great. I'll swing in first. I don't really have a need to do this, but I'll do it anyway. Sure, I'll turn a snake into a slightly more different snake. Mill 3 cards. Ooh, there's the Nest of Scarabs. Dawnhand Dissident. And look, I can put 2 -1/-1 counters on creatures. Isn't that exciting? Okay, offers and conditions. They have only 8 life left. They drew 3 and buffed my creatures. Excellent. You all know I'm about to Splendid Agony myself just for extra. Ketramos, the New Dawn. Easily witherable, but unfortunately going to be drawing a lot of cards and exiling a lot of my permanents. I also do have some graveyard recursion in this deck that I just won't be able to use. And I can't really keep this hand, even though it is Nesting Grounds. Also, staff. Really fun, counter manipulations. I need green mana without it being staff. Alright, I'll take a turn 1 exploration. That is always helpful. Hey. Okay, well, I don't think I get the turn 1 exploration. I think you drop it here, because it is a silly card. Never mind, they hit Persist. Fun fact about Persist in this deck, there are actually not that many cards that I can hit with it. Because there's a lot of legends in this deck, and things that would die if I used Persist. But it is the reanimation piece that works with Hapatra. Yay! Okay, they're hitting my other reanimation piece here. Sure. I surveil! Bell the Profane. Does not kill Ketramos. Alright. Yeah, because I want snakes. A lot of Ketramos decks also tend to have a lot of board wipes because he's indestructible. They really don't want me reanimating. Yeah. That's okay. No steppy on snap. I know, look at her. I want more -1/-1 counters. Yeah, Moonshadow's so cool. I guess I'll put on the kite sail to try to, like, free my boy. Give me Snake! I like how big this Bristlebane Battler gets with her. This is one of the new -1/-1 counter cards. Really nice design. It is a 2-mana, 6/6 for the cards that care about power on the stack, like Goreclaw or anything like that. But it enters as a 1/1 and grows over time. The fact that it has the trample in Ward 2 is what makes it so nasty, though. Do I think Kedramos would ever get banned in Brawl? Probably not. So unfortunately, this does give them a chance to hit my Revitalizing Repast. But I think they'll take Chthonian Nightmare again. Ooh, in Eshki, the Eshki that cares about power on any creature cast? Yeah, because it's only 2 mana and it is 6 power. You're so real for calling that out. Yeah, put this in your Eshki decks. Yeah, I think that Ketramos isn't ban-worthy, but does encourage a very, like, unfortunate play pattern of, hey, I'm rewarded for playing removal. And I guess that's all I need to do. And it's like, oh, okay, well, removal's good in 1v1, I guess. Kefka, Court, Mage. Hey, Back to Nature, you're here for the Shrine decks. I have something on turn 2. I mean, other than Hapatra, I have Yawgmoth, who is very important in this deck, and Amid Eternal, which is a very fun source of snakes. I will keep this. Against Kefka, it's not that good of a hand, but it's hard to have a good hand against Kefka because he's going to make you discard. And depending on the types of cards that each player discards, he will draw cards. That's a monkey! Alright. Ragavan, are you gonna swing in and steal the top card of my deck, making a treasure? I'm gonna let you, because if I can hit you with Hapatra, I should be able to kill the monkey. Yeah, no more monkey business! Please don't kill Hapatra. I have so little going for me. Yeah, no more monkey. Hold up, something else is happening. They're fetching? I mean, you're very fetching, Kefka. They're fetching a land. And shocking in. Stifle. Oh. Okay. It Eternal. If they cast a spell, I get a snake. Please cast spells. I need snakes. Okay, they didn't. Oh, thank you, Nick. My partner just brought me some tea. That's very appreciated. Yes, remove my -1/-1 counters that I don't have. I get a snake. I lose a snake. I didn't get a land. That's rough. Hello, Kefka. I'll be honest, I don't think you have many enchantments. Oh, Bahamut. That's good for them to reanimate. You know what? This is what I got. Light him. Yeah, not so tough now, are ya? I kind of like doing Soul Singer because it's like that way if they kill this, it will kill Kefka. Yawgmoth has protection from Kefka, which is nice for blocking purposes. I will drop Tear Ass. Block the Kefka. Kefka dies. Oh, Jenny Jen! They give it a 3-month resub. Oh. What are you becoming? Yet another Kefka? Okay. I'll drop Bog Slither's Embrace. Because I know what I want to do and it's Yawgmoth related. Kefka's all the way down. Well, no, that's Valgavoth's Faithful, but that is going to be able to reanimate Bahamut, which... I'm doing this now. I will use this on you. Put your counters on you. Draw a card, see what I get. It's a land! I can drop the Baragoyf. Yeah, get tiny. Get small. They're swinging in with Superior Spider Kefka. We both dropped creatures. Oh, Ishtoa Rule. I guess to blink Kavero slash normally Kefka for more triggers. It doesn't work to blink this, though. It would just turn into a copy of something else, right? Which, you know, that would work all right with some of these. Good things to make copies of. Oh, they're reanimating so big right now. Okay, that is Jingataxis. That's one that counters things. No, not that. They go to 7 life. Two, 4, 6 mana still up. And they persist on Bahamut, doubling it, because that is the first spell he's seen them cast. And I have no Yawgmoth. And I also am totally gonna lose. So, by the way, if you're wondering why the persist didn't grab anything else, it's because the only other legal target was Valgavoth's Faithful, which I guess would have died. Rip. Anything I play here gets destroyed by Bahamut. So, unfortunately, I think I'm just dead. I'll say good game and concede. Big Kefka reanimation. Flage, Titan of Fire's Fury, is able to destroy my commander just by entering the battlefield because it's Lightning Helix on a stick. Against them, I feel like the Spectacle of Destruction is probably going to be pretty helpful. But for the most part, I am going to struggle against Flage until I bring out enough cards to survive the onslaught. I'll start with this command tower. I don't know what other cards I want to draw. I don't really want to thin my deck yet since I could use more lands. Oh, hey, Baragoyf. Love a good Baragoyf. Playing Hapatra. Again, it does die to Flage, but I could still play it and just, like, use it to go wide. I don't think it's a good idea. I'm going to play this and set up for some card advantage. My guess is the rest of their deck is going to be good Boros cards, especially Boros aggro cards. That's what I would do. Also things that fill the graveyard, like fetches, like this. Gonna grab another green source, and I will play Hapatra here. Fully expecting her to die. This is essentially removal bait. This is me saying, hey, a commander, quite killable, huh? Yes, she is. Spectacle will now give me some card advantage. And my cat really wants to come up on the stream, so okay, fine. Kitty cat time. Yeah, once I get this to 4 toughness, then I'll feel a little better about it. Ice Tail sure does survive. I'll be mindful about blocking, and I'll probably still play this Deathrite Shaman. This is killable, but if they kill it, I get more. So, good. Awesome. Great. Alright, kitty. You wanna come up? Wanna come up on here? I have to take a blanket off my lap. Scraps, would you like to be in the video? She's looking around like, maybe. Yeah? You'll get treats. Ossification, going to exile Ice Till Explorer. Good idea with me having fetch lands in the grave. And a Lightning Helix. Hey, that's what your commander does. Oh, this is great for my Spectacle, though. And I get a card. It's Devoted Druid. Oh, wonderful. Let me just barrow a Goyf for a moment here. I'll take another land, since I have the Yawgmoth coming up. A beautiful fluffy tail. A beautiful fluffy cat. Scraps, we need you to eat all these treats. Please, and thank you. After you stand up for treats. Okay, they're starting with Flage. I think they're hitting Devoted Druid. Okay, I don't get anything over putting the -1/-1 counters on her here. So then it's funny. Seeking does not shuffle the deck. No, it just grabs the thing at random that fits whatever the criteria is. Blight Rot. Let me see what I get out of this. Because we will get to self-mill. Yes, I would love to mill myself. Why, is it even a May ability? Of course I want to. Ooh, Honest Rutstein. Going to give me an honest discount on all of the creatures I play and bring back one from the grave. How about Ammon Eternal? I want to play Hapatra. And get set up for some silly fun time. Or they'll just bring out their commander again, because I think that brings them to... Oh no, they're still one short. I was like, I think that might put them there. Elite Spellbinder. Hi, who do you want to tax? It should be Yawgmoth. Just trust me on this. Yawgmoth. You love Scraps time. She's so good. Oops. She's especially good when she gets to eat all these kibbles. We call them treats. They're just a different kibble. Oop. You did a bad job, honey. Ooh, Mr. Bones Wild Ride. I love Mr. Bones Wild Ride. What's in your graveyard? Flage, right. Yeah, we'll kill everything. Eventually I'll draw one of my life gain pieces. And hopefully win the game. Nice. Rafellos Llanowar Emissary. Now, normally, I would like to hit them with Hapatra to force them to trade Rafellos for my commander. But I just don't have that available in this hand. But that's fine, because I have a sweet little turn 1 Moonshadow. And if they play Rafellos with no protection on this turn, I will kill them with Bitter Triumph. Then follow up with Hapatra. Yeah, nope, they're playing Fanatic Aronis. It's a good one. It's in my deck, too. Let's grow our Moonshadow. And play Hapatra. Yeah, every single deck I think I've built in the last months since Rafellos came out has matched into Rafellos, which is unfortunate because I don't think anybody should have to play against Rafellos. Even bad Rafellos decks are still frustrating because of the sheer amount of value that Rafellos himself generates. Hey, Royal Stig, thank you for the 15-month resub. Yeah, my last couple matches were Nadu, Pawk, and Cecil and Timna, which, sure, I won some of those, but those are not the kind of games I even want to be playing. I'm gonna discard here to make my Moon Shadow bigger. I could have also gone for the discard and reanimate, but I would have to have played a different land. Okay, Heroic Intervention. That is how they were planning on preventing me from getting them with the Rafellos, with the Hapatra here. That's very unfortunate for many reasons. Okay, it's another permanent card. So it means that they are going to be able to bring out something big next turn. They have, at minimum, 7 mana. Now it's 9 mana. First, they'll draw some cards. Yeah, because if they play something big, they'll also be able to tap this for 4. Just a couple of 2-drops that each tap for 4 mana. No big deal. Maybe I should just go play some more Standard Brawl. But this is a deck request, and I could not play it in Standard Brawl. Okay, Bloom Vine. Now they're up to 5 mana on Rafellos. Formidable Speaker is going to allow them to tutor, discarding a card to get a card. I hope you discard a giant freaking creature for me to steal. Okay, it's pretty big, but it's not actually useful. Thorn Mammoth. Yeah, that's pretty good at killing all my stuff. I have Sephiroth and Reanimate, pretty much. I can Devoted Druid and make 2 snakes. The snakes have Death Touch. Yeah, you know, the snakes have Death Touch is about as far as I can get with this. And by the way, Formidable Speaker also lets them tap Rafellos multiple times. But at least I'll have snakes. Five, 7, 6, 6. Yeah, it's like I can grab that. I could also grab the Devoted Druid and make more snakes. Here's the Thorn Mammoth. Rafellos also has ways to, like, have infinite combos with literally just 1 card. Go, my death-touching snakes. Help me. Yeah, fight the snake. It's a May ability. Fight the snake. Fight the snake. Yeah! No, what do you mean, oops? What do you mean, oops? You're just clearing the way. All right, so remember, they can untap this, but I don't know if they have a use for this mana. I guess this is a blocker got untapped. I don't know your oopsin', man. Allow me to reiterate how much I hate Rafellos. I hate him. I hate him, I hate him, I hate him. I wish he would go away, never to return. Deep in my soul, all I feel is hate for him. I want him gone. I want him removed. I want nothing to do with him. Another Kefka Court Mage. Oh, okay. I got a Young Wolf. I have something that is not -1/-1 counters, but the person who requested this deck requested this card. It does work well with the -1/-1 counters, but only if my opponent has creatures. Otherwise, it doesn't do anything. Have a Hapatra. Have a Young Wolf. Ah, woo. And if this person, like the last Kefka, is doing a whole bunch of, well, reanimating, I might be able to beat them to it if they put the nasty cards in their graveyard. Guess I'll bring out the Blood Artist. Reduce Dine Ramping. Swing in. Turn my Young Wolf into an Old Wolf. Hey, Kefka. Aw, come on! I need to deal damage to you to do things! Lame. You know what? I will grab my Surveilland, because maybe I'll hit something worth reanimating. I can just draw that. And we sit there and chill. If Hapatra can't deal damage, I can't get the -1/-1 counters. Inside of you, there are two wolves. It is the same wolf, and they have Undying. I will absolutely recommend Penregan Besiege, though, with, oh gosh, what's it called? Maha. It's awesome with Maha. Doing that first, so Shoulder doesn't kill. It's nice with Massacre Girl, yep. Give snakes! Yeah! My Shouldred. I have done what I do best. Crime. If it's a board wipe. Yep. That's rough. And what can I do about it? A whole lot of nothing. Move my commander to the command zone and be sad about it. Blood Artist is at least going to follow up with a lot of damage. Brings them to 4 life, I think? Nice. Yeah, it makes that one ring a pretty fast clock. And because their commander is Kefka, my choices here are pretty limited. I'm going to play Hapatra, use this as a land, and then discard this if they play him. I would have to discard, and if they have a way to give him haste, discarding to that turn means I definitely either needed to hold up all the mana so I could kill him, and that kind of sets me back. Okay. There's Liliana. Hi, girl. How you doing? You gonna kill Hapatra? Wish you wouldn't. Bye. Hope you died of a one ring.
Haven't you ever heard of personal space?
They might have a way to bounce it back into their hand, exile it, blink it. Lots of different ways to prevent themselves from dying to the one ring. I hope you suplex your own one ring. throw it into the fires of Mordor. Yeah, die to greed. Dig too greedily, too deep. Oh, yeah, they did. They died to the One Ring. All those Blood Artist triggers sure did add up. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Brawl Stars. Thank you, Scraps, for showing up at the end as well. She's actually behind the computer right now watching a bird. I think Hapatra did fairly well for what she does, and I'm so happy she has new support. As I mentioned before, the reason I built this deck is because Zephyros End has supported my channel as a big dog in the membership program on YouTube, so thank you so much, Zephyros End, and they requested Hapatra as the build. So I got to revisit an old commander, well, fairly old at this point, and get to add in new cards. Now, unfortunately, some of the best cards for Hapatra that just got added are only in the Commander Precon and weren't added to Arena, so sadly I didn't get to add them all in, but I still got to add in some of the best new cards. I find that both Moonshadow and Bristlebane Battler, these cheap creatures that enter with the -1/-1 counters and get us the snakes and then grow over time, are really, really good with Hapatra. So I will say absolutely great cards to have, but because of how Hapatra matches, I had to keep tweaking the deck in order to get it so Hapatra could fairly reliably find Yawgmoth, because Yawgmoth and Hapatra, well, they're two peas in a pod, aren't they? Oh, hi again, Scraps. Hi again, Scraps. So yeah, sometimes you gotta run the creature tutors to get the deck to do much of anything, but the deck still has some other very cool synergies. Getting wins off cards like Darkness Descends is really fun and really cool. If you're looking for the deck list, you can find it in the description of the video, and if you would also like to have me brew a deck for you, whether it's a new commander, old commander, or a silly commander, you can do so by joining our membership program at the Big Dog tier for 2 months, because that way I'll get to brew a fine new deck for everybody to see. Thank you all so much for watching, and have a brawlful day.